morning. Welcome to the second edition of EB Talks of the year 2024. We are privileged to have Ms. Shiny Davison as our distinguished speaker of today's EB Talk. Ms. Shiny is an esteemed educationist, renowned for her deep understanding of educational institutions' needs and her adeptness in making wise judgments to enhance school development. With over 30 years of experience in various schools across Dubai, Ms. Shiny has garnered extensive expertise, notably elevating numerous schools from acceptable to exceptional in the KHDA rating. Some of our Edubris team members, such as Mr. Dhanu, have had the privilege of collaborating with her on these transformative projects. During my interaction with Ms. Shiny on several projects, I have observed her forward-thinking approach to curriculum, inclusive practices, data utilization, and the implementation of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals in school. She holds firm conviction regarding the curriculum, suggesting that it can be covered in less time, leaving ample room for imparting essential life skills and the skills required for 21st century employment. Today, for the second episode of EB Talks, I extend my sincere gratitude to Ms. Shiny for graciously accepting our invitation to share her insights on the idea of a desired model school. Thank you.
Used to be saying, be it in India or be it in Dubai, the child spends almost 6 hours in school. Now I want to question myself, is it essential for a child of 4 years to a child of 17 years old at the same stretch spend 6 hours in a school? So for me, after this many years of experience, my blatant answer to this question is not required. A child from the age of 5 to the age of 17 do not have to spend equal amount of 6 hours in a school. So there I definitely feel we as educators need to work on a model which will bring a segregation in the amount of time that a child has to spend. For a 4-year-old child, like if I have to ideally present it to you, the students who are in today's education in the kindergarten, which is at 2024. After 17 years, ideally, not a very good mathematician, if after 17 years when the child has to move out of school, somewhere around 2050 or 55, what are we doing? What are we teaching the children? Do we know what the workforce in 2050 or 2060 is going to be? Are we equipping our children with what is necessary for them to move into that century where they will be equipped to take up the labor force? So these are questions that always have been coming into my mind, and there is when I thought, a school, even if requires a child to stay for 6 hours, 2 hours of that should be spent in the holistic development of a child, developing skills for the child. A 40 minutes period for teaching AI or a 40 minutes teaching for robotics or STEM is not what a child needs today. Those are the kind of schools that I learned as a student. When I had 40 minutes for teaching computer science or 40 minutes for doing music art, that's not what is required for today's children. When you look at the school, I believe, after having three hours of studies, it's very important to divert the students into areas of their interest.